Hi everybody, my name's Alison. Welcome to my channel, Ancient Oak Psychic Arts. Today I'm going to do a special reading for the sign of Capricorn. I'm going to focus today's reading on self-care, self-love. We're in Virgo season. You guys know I'm a Virgo. So just for this one day, I want to go ahead and focus on Capricorn for the self-love, self-care. What does that mean? That's going to refer to anything that's going to be emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, socially healthy for you. So the big picture, like what is healthy for you? That's usually what my readings are based on anyways. I look for the best and highest good for you. But this one I want to focus on specifically for self-care, self-love. So let's go ahead and see what the universe wants to say to Capricorn. We've got the Two of Wands. Oh, I'm so happy for you. We have the King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and all four aces. You guys know if you've been watching me, every tarot reader has their own unique relationship with every single deck. For me, this is like winning the lottery, and this is your present energy. And I'll get clarifiers as we go, but I have to show you that card. Present energy, Capricorn. Oh, here we go. Then we have the Ace of Swords. Wow. The Two of Swords, we have the Hanged Man, we have the Chariot. For your opportunity, we've got the Four of Swords. For your challenge, we've got the Knight of Cups. Okay, so let's take a look around the room at the cards really quick. All right. And I know tomorrow I'm seeing if I can hook up the overhead camera and then this camera so you can see the cards. I am technologically challenged apparently, so I'm trying to see if I can do that tomorrow. So fingers crossed it'll work. All right, so let's look around the room. We have one ace, that's the Ace of Swords in your near future. We have two major arcanas, and they're both in the guidance and advice from Spirit. We have the Hanged Man and the Chariot, and then of course in your present energy we have the Lottery card. Then we have Swords, Cups, Wands, and Pentacles because we have the King. Okay, so yeah, everybody's here. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to look at your overall energy first. Let me show you the cards. We have the Two of Wands in your recent past, the Lottery card, King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and all four aces in your present energy, and then another ace in your near future. So here's four aces plus this ace. 5 aces, and I have not even pulled clarifiers yet. A lot is coming in for you, Capricorn, and I'm really excited for this. So again, we're looking at, this is going to be predominantly self-love and self-care, and that's in all aspect of your life. So this is you clarifying what that is for yourself. This is you clarifying your intention. So what is it that is self-care and self-love for you? What makes you worthy and deserving of love and self-love, right? Does it mean that you need to exercise more, watch your diet, get more sleep so you take care of yourself physically? Does it mean that you need to surround yourself with people that are more supportive if you're around people that maybe are a little hostile in your life or they're toxic, right? You're looking at different areas of what you can do to make yourself healthy, and that's part of it. That's part of self-care and self-love. It's looking at, maybe it's just in your home. Do you need to declutter? Do you need to organize? You know, it's always an excellent thing to be able to see what needs to be done to provide a healthy environment for you. And that's something that is huge, right? And maybe it's socially. Maybe you need to take a break from social media. You know, that's really good. Turn the news off. That is really negative. It's full of hate and division, and it's nasty. You know, even if you want to keep abreast of what's going on in the world, maybe you just take a break for a couple of days and then go and revisit it. It's that kind of energy. Just see what you need to do to maybe pull back and focus on you. But this is you figuring out what is your version of self-care and self-love. So maybe write it down on a piece of paper, some things that you can do, and start making some shifts. And I'll get clarifiers in a minute. Then your present energy is this King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and all four aces. Huge. For you to have self-care and self-love, it's knowing your worth and value. It's working hard to achieve your goals. And this is the King of Pentacles. So it's all your goals in the material world. And this is in the matrix, right? It's in the 3D that we all live in. So it's maybe focusing on your health. You start making necessary steps to do that. Maybe you need to walk a few times a week if you're not doing anything right now, if you're sedentary. It's making these changes, looking at your diet, you know, doing whatever it is that you need to do, maybe incorporating more protein, whatever. Maybe it is something that has to do with work. Maybe it has something to do with other relationships. Whatever it is for you, this is your moment. You know your worth and value. You know what your goal is, what you need to do, and you're working hard towards it. That's part of the King of Pentacles. You're looking at practical structure, right? It's kind of like you know what needs to be done. In your recent past, you're figuring it out. And now it's this practical application of the things that are going to sustain you and support you and nourish you for this self-love and self-care. You know, this is the Hermit. You're going within to find those answers. You're able to shine your beautiful light out to the world. That is something that, you know, you might be spending some dark nights of the soul here and there. Not all the time. Virgo's not always dark, but you are, you know, I'm Virgo. That's why I can say this. Virgo can be a little critical, and we are in Virgo season. So you are going to be feeling a little bit of that edge, and Virgo has shown up here. Capricorn, maybe you're being a little critical on giving yourself self-care or self-love, or maybe you're being a little critical just on yourself in general. And that is maybe being a little more flexible, and that alone is giving yourself self-love and self-care. You're giving yourself a break. That's something that's coming through. And then there's all four aces. So we're looking at the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. We're looking at that Ace of Swords, which is right next to it in your near future. That's having the Ace of Swords twice, and it's a continuation of energy. So it's you getting that clarity that you need, which is this first card, getting clarity on your intention. But this is really getting clarity on a lot of aspects of your life. Getting it clear, looking at connections, relationships. Are they healthy? Are they supportive of you? Is it what it is that you're looking for? Then maybe it's also getting clarity on your career. Are you going in the right direction? Maybe getting clarity on location and housing. A lot of people have been moving over the last few years because of the things that have been going on. Do you like where you're at? Are you going to make some necessary changes? Maybe you want to travel and take a trip and a vacation. That is part of self-love and self-care. Everybody needs a break, whether you have money to take a vacation or not. Maybe you go on a road trip and you spend the night in your car for 1 or 2 nights. Make a trip and an exciting adventure out of it. There's van life people everywhere. You don't have to live in your car, but maybe that's a great way for you to save on not paying for a hotel. You know, only for like a couple of days, you're not taking a shower. Or you know what? If you're in the United States, you can go to these truck stop places, right? They have a shower you can pay to use if you need to use one, right? And it's clean. That's a way for people to be able to travel, like Pilot, and I can't think of the other one off the top of my head right now, but those are throughout the United States on major roadways. That's something that you can do. There's things that you can do that don't involve money that allow you to have that break and just to enjoy your life, right? So, you know, and of course, if you're going to be in your car, if you're in a neighborhood that these people, let's say it's an expensive neighborhood, and any neighborhood really, you want to be respectful of them. They're paying money to live there. They've worked really hard to live there. So when you're showing up like that, you just need to be low key. I'm just saying that because I think that it is a great way for people to be able to have that experience and broaden your horizons, whether you have money or not. Because let's face it, even Vegas, it used to be where you could get a hotel room for $35 to $50 a night, just a basic one on the strip. Now there are several hundred. So that has really shifted it so that it's across this whole society that it's making it more difficult for people to really do things. So anyways, I just want to throw that out there. Do it in the car, do it in the van life, whatever it is you're going to do. There are options there. Think outside the box. I'm sure you can tough it out in a vehicle for 1 or 2 nights. Okay, that's my pitch because I want people to have these beautiful experiences. So that is a way to look at that, right? Getting some answers on that. So then we have looking at, what would be another one? Looking at your health, taking an honest assessment of your health, looking at it. How can you give yourself some beautiful self-love and self-care in that, right? Looking at your diet, looking at your rest, looking at your weight realistically. What is it that you can do? Looking at lymph, right? Maybe it's something as simple as dry brushing, because let me tell you, there's been a big eye-opener in our health over the past couple of decades. Things that we were told aren't really true, and we're all finding out different things. There's parasite cleansers. There's all different types of things you can do. That's love. You're taking care of yourself. Finances, that's you taking care of yourself, looking out for you and your future, right? It's very special what's coming in for you, Capricorn. 4 aces. Then the next ace is going to be that Ace of Cups, the Ace of Love. That's you being in that beautiful flow, mind, body, soul connection up to source. So for me, that literally is your self-love and self-care. You have an opportunity, because all aces are gifts and blessings from the universe and new beginnings. You have an ability now with the Ace of Swords twice to really get clarity in different aspects of your life. And then you also have this Ace of Cups, which is saying, you know what, love yourself and love the people that are around you and cherish that, right? Nurture those relationships, nurture those experiences that you're choosing, because that again is self-love, self-care. It's beautiful memories that you're creating. It's really involved, and it's on a cellular level. It goes into your true authentic self. You're creating something beautiful and magical. So we have that. We're also looking at, with that Ace of Cups, we're looking at you becoming a magnet for that. Let's say you're going to be focused on your health, right? Because we're in Virgo season. So maybe it's you start off like going, I'm just going to walk a couple of days a week, or maybe you walk every day if you have pets, if you have dogs. You're already out there, and then maybe you go, you know what? I think I'll incorporate some weights. I think I'll do this and this. So it starts to snowball. It starts to build and build and build at your pace. That way you stick to it. It's not overwhelming. Like when people make that New Year's resolution, they don't stick to it. This is something that you're incorporating into a lifestyle, part of that self-love, self-care, and you can always mix it up, right? It's up to you. Then we have you being a magnet, and that's part of it. You start to open up, and more beautiful things start being drawn to you in that. Maybe you're out walking and you meet somebody, right? And then, you're looking, let's say you're looking for a job. They know someone that's looking for someone that has your skill set. You start networking. It's just, you're putting yourself out there in a positive, high-vibing way, right? So things like that can come in. Then we have the Ace of Wands. Out with the old, in with the new. Maybe it's out with the old way of thinking about self-love and self-care. I'm going to keep repeating that, sorry, but I want to focus on this. I think it's very important. So maybe it's that you're out with the old way of maybe neglecting yourself a little bit, and now in with the new way of being more nurturing to yourself. And again, this is for men and women, right? I don't want people to see self-love and think, oh, it's just women. No, it's not. It's men and women. And this is you loving yourself enough that you're making these choices. So I see that coming in, and having a passionate new beginning. What really gets you excited? If you're bored or frustrated in your life, what can you do? What direction do you want to go in to just make a switch, right? Just do something different. Take that first step. Then we have the final ace, the Ace of Pentacles, which is this King's Ace. And that Ace of Pentacles is literally a golden opportunity being presented to you. In this matrix, it's a solid foundation, a structure that's being presented to you. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a relationship, and it could be platonic, romantic. Maybe it's a golden opportunity that presented that you're having a child. Right? You're adopting a pet. It could be any type of connection like that. Maybe this golden opportunity is, I don't know, travel. Maybe it's education. You just got a golden opportunity. You finally decided what your major is in school. You finally got something that really resonated with you, and you're going to choose that. There's a lot of things in this 3D. Maybe it's financial. Maybe You know, maybe it's, sorry, maybe it's health. I'm just trying to think of some other examples. But you're looking at this golden opportunity that's come in. And it's you having the discernment with that Ace of Swords here twice, having that clarity to be able to see what is a good opportunity and what is not. Because the universe will present you with both. Wow, that is your present energy. I mean, that takes a little bit of time because that card is so loaded down, but in such a positive way. That is your present energy. Now let's look at your near future, and I still have to get clarifiers. This is the Ace of Swords. Again, having that clarity. In the future, you're taking this clarity with you. I think that it's just that fresh outlook and you're really focused on something. You have a goal and you've sunk your teeth into it, Capricorn, and you are that worker and you are working towards your goal with intense clarity and focus. And that's going to bring you victory and success. That focus is something that you are so good at. All right, let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. Yep. We have the Magician. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Five of Wands. All right. Excuse me. My nose itches. I was holding my cat earlier. I think he's got some cat hair. Okay. Too much information, but hey. It's YouTube. We have the Two of Wands in your recent past, so clarifying your intention for self-love and self-care, being clarified by the Magician and the Seven of Cups. So again, you're clarifying what is self-love for you. What is your self-care? This is you having a lot of choices and you're figuring it out. Because once you figure it out, then it goes to the Three of Wands and that's when you start manifesting it in. But in your recent past, you're figuring it out. What do you want? You have a lot of choices, good and bad. What are you looking for? This is you again having that focus, tapping into what is right for you as an individual. What's right for me might not be right for you, and so on. So this is you tapping into, as an individual, what is right for you? What do you need right now in your life? This is you being in charge of all the tools in your tool belt. What is it? What is your strength? And what is your weakness? Because when you know what your weakness is, you can either focus to make it a strength or just to balance it out, or not even focus on it and just know that it's there, right? It's how you're going to treat it, but this is part of knowing thyself. And that is invaluable. Some of the hardest knowledge to gain is self-knowledge. But this is you self-actualizing, knowing what your tools are, right? And that's part of what this card is, knowing your worth and value. So you know those aspects of self. So in your recent past, this Magician is you reinventing yourself with this type of self-love and self-care, knowing what it is that you're bringing to the table. So Wands, Cups, Pentacles, Swords, those are the elements in tarot. Well, what are the elements in your life? What is it that you bring to the table? And if you're not quite sure, that's when you just take out a piece of paper and do it old school. Write it down on a piece of paper, because we are constantly changing and evolving, and take a good look at that. And then sleep on it. Come back the next day with fresh eyes. Look at it again. Add, subtract, move stuff around. Is it still valid? That will help give you what the tools are in your tool belt. And that is something, honestly, that's invaluable, because that's going to help you self-actualize even faster. And by scripting, you're making that part of your manifestation. That is your recent past. Then your present, this is you knowing your worth and value. So that tells me you've done the work. And so it's the King of Pentacles, Hermit, all four aces being clarified by the Four of Wands and the Five of Cups. So this is you really having this moment of celebration. This is a high vibing card. This is you giving yourself self-love, self-care, walking through this 1111 portal to celebrate on the other side with other people. This is a card of freedom. When you have that self-love and self-care, you're kind of removing any self-doubt and lower self-concept. This is you gaining your freedom away from being maybe overly critical of yourself. And it allows you to lighten your energy and to go celebrate and have a really good time. This can also be the card of marriage, right? Maybe that's something that is part of your goal. Maybe that is self-care, right? To marry the person you actually love or have a long-term committed relationship with the person that you love. Then we also have the Five of Cups. So this is the card of loss and bereavement. Maybe you're leaving some things behind that have hurt you, that were not beneficial for you. Maybe it's things that you thought you wanted, but they turned out to not work out for you. Maybe these are things that you genuinely loved, but maybe they were unhealthy or they just disappeared. This could be people, places, things, ideas. This could be a dream that didn't work out for you and it broke your heart, right? You wanted it so bad, but it just didn't work out. Well, as you're going through this grieving process, you drop this black cloak and turn around and see that you have 2 cups standing. That's going to allow you to shift into gratitude. And that is part of this self-care, self-love. You can even start doing a gratitude journal as part of that shift, right? Write down 3 to 5 things every single day and try and make them different, things that you're legitimately grateful for. And watch at the end of the week how you feel. Watch your personality shift in a way that you start raising your vibration, and then you're really opening yourself up to all this self-care coming in. And that's part of that scripting also. So that's something that's there for you. Then we get into your near future, and it is this Ace of Swords being clarified by the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. So we're looking at you being strategic. So a lot of clarity, because swords are thoughts, words, and ideas. A lot of clarity coming in for you. And this is telling me that you're being strategic in what it is that you're doing. You're looking at it going from point A to point Z. You're looking at the logic. You're looking at maybe taking baby steps and working up in certain areas. This is you being really smart and strategic about what it is that you want to bring in. You might have some drama going on around you and you're removing yourself from it in a very strategic way. Maybe it's something at work and you have to be strategic about how you remove yourself from that situation. Maybe it's friends or family. Maybe it is strangers, but neighbors or something. But it's about you kind of removing the drama away. But you're doing it in a strategic way so that there's no blowback, that there's no one lashing out over it, because sometimes when people create drama and you remove yourself from it, they lash out even more because they're losing their ability to create a scene. You're part of it. They need you there for their drama. So that is something that's coming in. Okay, that is your overall energy. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the guidance and advice from Spirit. And the guidance and advice from Spirit is the 2 of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Chariot. So this is really talking about know thyself. And we have this 2 of Wands right above it. Both 2s. This is how it looks on the table. Clarifying your intention and know who you are. The guidance and advice from Spirit is saying know thyself. Know what it is that you need. So you need to know yourself and you need to know what you need, what you want before you can really get what you want. I'm stumbling on my words. You can't get what you want until you know what you want. This is you clarifying your intention, right? That card and this card, because that one's you clarifying your intention. This is you understanding who you are. The 2 are working together because you need to understand what it is that you actually need. So here it is. It's saying you need to take a good hard look at yourself and see what it is you need most in your life right now and start making those necessary steps. That's truth time with yourself. That's being honest and being real. Then we have the Hanged Man energy. This is you maybe getting a new perspective, going within to see what it is that you actually need and how you can go about achieving this type of self-care, self-love. Again, it could be something as simple as just decluttering your home. Maybe you already take care of yourself and with your health and everything else. And maybe it's just like, you know what? Yeah, I know I need to clean. I need to declutter though too. And that's something that maybe it's getting that perspective, going within, seeing what it is that you actually need. And that's when you come out reborn on the other side with that self-care, right? And making that part of like your daily practice, or at least weekly, or maybe set aside like every Saturday. And for some people, they're so busy or they're not used to that. Maybe you need to schedule an alarm on your phone and just say, you know, Friday at 6 p.m., that's me time. I'm going to the gym, or I'm going to go on a walk in the park, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. And you pencil it in for yourself to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, that you have literally set time aside until you get into that rhythm and you know that you're going to set that time aside. Then we have the Chariot. This is victory and success coming in for you. When you start making these steps to give yourself this type of environment, victory and success is yours on so many levels. Remember, this is going to be physical, emotional, spiritual, socially. This is, am I leaving anything out? I think that's it. It's mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I mean, it's just like, it's all of that. It's that whole channel going up to source. So this is victory and success in all of those arenas. All right, let's go ahead and get clarifiers. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Emperor. We have the Tower and the Star. Oh my God, and that is the order that it is in the major arcana. The Tower, and then comes the Star for healing. Wow, I love that. Wow, we have the 16 and then the 17. I absolutely love that, but we'll get to that. You know, I'm a Virgo. I have to go in this order. So we've got this Two of Swords, know thyself, being clarified by the Ten of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So this is really telling me that a lot of completions are coming to an end. And this is a blessing in disguise. I love this for you. So you're getting to know yourself and you're releasing a lot. Things that are naturally coming to an end, and then you're also making that effort to end things. Thoughts, words, ideas. This could literally be people well, not literally, I should say figuratively stabbing you in the back. Maybe it's gossip. Maybe it's just things that they're not resonating with you anymore. This is you releasing it, letting it go. It's behind you. It's the door closing and a new one opening. And I love that, because the new one opening, quality people, quality work. This is that teamwork makes the dream work kind of card. This is having a really strong foundation. This is a supportive network of friends, family, people that are like your soul tribe. This is your inner circle, however big that is. This is you having that beautiful quality. You are choosing you. You are also choosing how people treat you by how close you let them get to you. If they are toxic and you're letting them close to you, that's not self-love. If you put up boundaries because you're protecting yourself, that's self-love and self-care. That is allowing quality people and quality situations to just be in your life. That's why that's also the card of marriage. If someone is looking for a teamship, they're looking for a partnership. That's why this can be the card of marriage. It's beautiful. Then we have this Hanged Man, really taking that time out for yourself and nourishing yourself and getting different perspectives on what it is that you can do and how you can do it. It's being clarified by that Page of Cups and the Emperor. He's presenting you with an opportunity. He's a messenger for love. That's it. He's bringing that to you. You have an opportunity right now to tap into this self-care, self-love. It's pretty basic as far as that one goes. And this is you taking charge of your life. This is you being a boss, stepping into that emperor role. This is every king put together. All four kings are put together to become the emperor, and that they have that outward focus into the universe. This is you taking charge of your life and your relationship to the outside world, the 3D. And it's interesting because this card is right above it. King of Pentacles, and he is everything that you're striving for in that 3D. So your relationship to the world is incredibly important right now. That's something that you want to focus on. What is it that is affecting you? It's part of the outside world. What is it that you need to change or not change, right? Because we're all on a different journey. Maybe there's a lot of really good things you're doing right now, and you just need to make some minor tweaks. All right, then we have the Chariot. This is victory and success coming in for you. And that's being clarified by the Tower and the Star. That's huge. The Chariot, Cancerian energy, being clarified by the Tower and the Star. This is you having some major revelations right now. This is you being brought back down to reality. That is definitely tied in with the know thyself. You're having some major revelations, and that's a good thing, because at the end of the day, you want that truth. You've got the Ace of Swords here twice. You are really getting some sharp clarity coming into your life. The Tower does not always have to be bad, but it is releasing what no longer serves you. It's the universe stepping in to help you. Maybe you need some help getting a shift. Maybe it's going to clear a path for you and release all of it that does not serve you, and creating that void that comes in. And now you're going to replace it with a lot of positive things that do serve you, that are working in this positive manner to go towards your best life. It is a great shift in energy. You guys know I welcome the Tower. A lot of people don't. They're like, oh my God, please not a Tower moment. If something's not working, I want it gone. So that is coming in for you. That's a beautiful card. And then followed by the Star card, hope, faith, healing, and renewal. Oh yeah, this is you following your light. Remember, that's what the Hermit has. You've got that star there in the lantern. I was going to show you in this deck, but it's represented by the Badger in this deck, so I don't have the regular Hermit. But anyways, this is you having that hope and faith, and that's renewing yourself. You're renewing your love of self. Huge. Okay, that's the guidance and advice from Spirit. Now we're going to look at your opportunity and your challenge. So your opportunity is the Four of Swords. You have an opportunity to go and rest and recover and recharge your batteries. Wow. Okay, so that is the universe telling you, basically, I would interpret that as that's what everybody needs to do that's a Capricorn right now. You need to recharge your batteries. Wow. I'll get clarifiers in a minute. Your challenge is the Knight of Cups, and every knight is on a mission, and his is to bring his cup of love forward. So why is this a challenge for you to bring your cup of love forward? That is you being on a mission to move forward from your heart with love. So why is there a challenge? Is there a blockage going on? Let's get some cards and find out. We've got the Lovers card. We've got the Page of Wands. And then for the challenge, we have the Fool and the Page of Swords. All right. So when we're looking at your opportunity to recharge, to rest, relax, recover, recharge, it's being clarified by the Lovers card and this Page of Wands. This is you taking action to try and recharge. That means maybe you are staying in your car, like I was saying before, just to have a day or two for an adventure, to rest, relax. Maybe it's sleeping on the beach, during the day, and then your car at night. I know I'm making fun of it, but really you can do that. It's summertime. Maybe you're just relaxing under an umbrella, reading a book, and then maybe that's what you're just going to do, and then you're driving back to where you're from. Maybe you're going from out of state to a beach, right? I mean, just think outside the box. But this is you taking a step towards that rest, relaxation, and recovery. Then this is the Lovers card. This is you having a lot of choices. You have a lot of choices with what it is that you want to do. What if you have a lot of disposable income? Well, my God, then go stay at the Ritz-Carlton, of course, right? Go stay at the Four Seasons. Go do something that is a luscious treat to yourself. Make sure they have phenomenal room service, I would say. That way you don't even have to do anything. Rest, relax, recover, and just order beautiful, luscious food. Have a fantastic view, walk the grounds, come back, go to sleep, do whatever it is you want, live in a robe, and then after a week, leave. Whatever your level of comfort is, go and do it. You have a lot of choices before you. That is your opportunity. All right, then your challenge is this Knight of Cups. And it's being clarified by the Fool and the Page of Swords. This is you just having that leap of faith. So that tells me that maybe there's something that some of you need to overcome, that you need to be able to take that leap of faith, and maybe you don't have that in you right now. Maybe that's something that is maybe a stumbling block, that you don't want to do it. Maybe your attention is being focused somewhere else. When you make that shift and just take that leap of faith and go for it, watch the doors open. And that door that's going to open is your heart with your cup of love going forward towards your future, because this knight walks towards your future carrying his cup of love. And every knight is on a mission, taking that leap of faith. And by the way, it's also you getting more clarity. This is you asking questions to get clues and answers for what it is that you want to do. I think that it's still tied into the very first card that was pulled. Clarify what it is that you want. What type of self-care and self-love do you need right now, and start working towards that goal. Wow. So that is your opportunity. That is your challenge. It's there for everybody, but not everybody grabs it yet. It is available. All right, Capricorn, that's what I have for you for today. If you could, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And leave a comment if this resonates with you. And next time it will be the regular zodiac reading. I just want to do something special for Virgo season. And of course, let me know where in the world you're watching from. You guys know I'm getting ready to travel. This fall, I'm going to Canada on the eastern side because I'm in Florida. I'm going to go right up the coast. I'm going to be going to Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. I'm going to Niagara Falls, Montreal, and a couple of other places I haven't figured out yet. And it's going to be a blast. So definitely sign up for the newsletter if you'd like to book a reading with me while I'm there, if you want to do it in person or over Zoom. I'm only going to do one a day, and if I'm traveling, I might not even do one a day. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely let me know. But sign up for the newsletter because you will be the first to know that. Also, if you haven't seen it, we have a membership now on the YouTube channel. And it's a lot of fun. If you want to be part of this awesome community, consider joining. It is great fun. I make a special weekly video for all the members, and I do a monthly video for all the members. So say the month of August, for the collective, I do a big sweeping video. And you guys get to vote in the polls. I just put a poll out. And what else to tell you? Don't forget to sign up for don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you get to see the poll when it comes out and the video. So that's something else too. And don't forget, I go live twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays where I answer your questions. It's every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What else to tell you on that? People submit their questions in advance through PayPal, Venmo, Stripe, or they do it live, PayPal, Venmo, Stripe, and SuperChat. All that information is in the description below. Definitely sign up, or show up, I should say. If you can be there live, show up in the chat. It's a lot of fun. Great community. I have wonderful moderators. And what else to tell you? You can also book a personal reading with me on my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com. You can sign up for the Manifestation Masterclass. That is starting on September 2nd. If you don't know, I'm a master manifestor. I had my first business at 13 and a half. I'm about to be 59 in September. I'm a Virgo. So that is coming out. So if you want to learn those skills, you can transfer it to any aspect of life, whether it's looking for a soulmate, having someone bring you a cup of coffee every day, or starting your own business, finances. It doesn't matter. It's a skill set that you use across the board. So if that's something you want to learn, definitely sign up. Also, that's going to be my learning center on my website, the classes, and I also teach manifestation, one-on-one tarot, and raising your vibration. If that's something you need help with, you can definitely book that appointment. And of course, there's Alison's picks, my affiliate links. All right, everybody, sending you lots of love. Bye for now.